Have you ever seen someone being completely ignored by a crowd, someone who just needed a bit of kindness? What if that someone turned out to be the mother of a billionaire CEO, and the only person who helped her was a struggling single dad? Stick around till the end, because this story will make you believe in humanity again. And before we dive in, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel, because stories like this one deserve to be heard. The airport was a sea of chaos that morning, suitcases rolling, children crying, announcements echoing through the high glass ceilings. Among the rush stood Martha Lewis, a woman in her late 60s, her silver hair tied neatly in a bun. She wore a soft blue coat and clutched a leather handbag close to her chest. Her eyes, kind yet clouded with uncertainty, scanned the terminal screen. She couldn't hear the announcements, she couldn't hear the noise around her. Martha was deaf. She held a small note in her trembling hands that read, "Flight delayed. Wait near gate 14. But the screen above her now showed, "Gate changed, 24. She didn't notice it. She sat quietly on a bench, watching people rush by like waves, their lips moving fast, faces impatient. A few looked at her, realized she wasn't responding, and turned away quickly, some with pity, some with annoyance. Martha smiled faintly whenever someone passed, hoping for help. But no one stopped. Across the terminal, Ethan Miller, a 35-year-old single dad, was running late for his flight to Chicago. His 6-year-old daughter, Lily, clung to his hand, dragging a pink unicorn suitcase that was far too big for her small frame. Ethan was exhausted. He'd been juggling 2 jobs since his wife passed away 3 years ago, and this trip was supposed to be a fresh start for them both. "Come on, sweet pea," he said, adjusting his worn backpack. "We'll grab breakfast once we get to the gate." As they hurried past gate 14, Lily suddenly stopped. "Daddy, that lady looks sad," she whispered, pointing at Martha. Ethan glanced over. He saw the elderly woman staring blankly at the departure board, her hands fidgeting with a note. Something about her face, lonely, lost, dignified, made him pause. People flowed around her like she was invisible. He turned to Lily. "Wait here a second, okay?" Ethan walked over slowly, crouching to be at Martha's eye level. "Ma'am? Are you okay?" he asked. She looked at him but didn't respond. Then he noticed her hearing aid, the faint flicker of its tiny light, and it clicked. She couldn't hear him. He hesitated, then remembered something. His younger brother had been deaf. Ethan had learned American Sign Language, ASL, years ago to communicate with him. It had been a long time, but muscle memory came rushing back. He gently signed, "Are you lost? Do you need help?" Martha's eyes widened. Relief flooded her face, tears brimming instantly. She nodded quickly, her hands trembling as she signed back, "Gate changed. Don't know where to go." Ethan smiled warmly. "No problem. I'll help you." He motioned for Lily to come over. "Sweetheart, this is..." He looked to Martha. She signed her name, Martha. "This is Martha," he said aloud for Lily. "She needs our help." Lily waved shyly, and Martha's heart melted at the sight of the little girl. She reached out and gently touched Lily's hand, then signed, "Pretty name." Ethan translated, and Lily blushed, hiding behind her dad's arm. Together, they found the right gate. Along the way, Ethan chatted with Martha in sign, his gestures a little rusty but clear enough. People around them watched, whispering quietly. Some even looked ashamed. The same faces who had ignored her were now seeing a man treat her like she mattered. When they reached gate 24, Martha sat down, smiling gratefully. She signed, "Thank you. No one talks to me." They look away. Ethan's heart clenched. "People are busy," he signed back, "but you deserve kindness." Lily tugged his sleeve. "Daddy, how does she know what we're saying?" Ethan smiled. "We're talking with our hands." It's a special language called sign language. Lily's eyes sparkled. Can you teach me? Ethan nodded. Sure. Let's start with this, nice to meet you. He showed her the signs, and Lily mimicked him perfectly. Martha laughed silently, her shoulders shaking in joy. As they sat together, Martha reached into her bag and pulled out a photo. She handed it to Ethan. It showed her with a young man in a sharp suit, tall, confident, probably in his early 30s. My son, she signed. He's waiting for me. He's very busy. Ethan smiled. He must be proud of you. But she looked down for a moment, her expression bittersweet. He forgets, she signed softly. Since his father died, he works all the time. He's a CEO now. Big company. No time for mother. Ethan's chest tightened. He thought about how he'd give anything just to have one more day with his parents. He'll remember, he signed gently. Mothers never fade from their children's hearts. The loudspeaker crackled again, something about boarding changes. Martha frowned, glancing around nervously. Ethan checked the display. Looks like your flight's boarding soon, he said, signing as he spoke. Before she could respond, the crowd thickened. People began lining up, bumping into one another, pushing past. A man in an expensive gray suit brushed against Martha, muttering under his breath when she didn't move. Ethan shot him a glare, shielding her with his arm. Some people forget what it means to be human, he muttered. Once Martha's boarding group was called, Ethan walked her to the gate agent and explained that she was deaf. The staff thanked him, speaking slowly and clearly to her with written notes. Martha looked back one last time at Ethan and Lily, her eyes glistening. She signed, "You are a good man. Tell your daughter she has a big heart." Ethan signed back, "Safe travels, Martha. Tell your son to call you more often." Martha chuckled silently, tears sliding down her cheeks. Then she was gone, disappearing into the line of passengers. As they watched her go, Lily squeezed her father's hand. "Daddy," she said softly, "the world needs more people who talk with their hands." Ethan smiled, his throat tight. "You're right, sweetheart. Sometimes, kindness doesn't need sound, it just needs heart." What Ethan didn't know was that the man in that photo, the CEO's son, was just minutes away from realizing something that would change both their lives forever. At the arrival gate, Adam Lewis, the young CEO, checked his phone impatiently, until he saw his mother walking beside a man and a little girl in a photo the airline staff showed him. They helped her, the attendant said. Adam froze, guilt washing over him. He had ignored countless calls from her, buried in work, thinking success mattered most. That night, he watched the airport security footage, his mother signing joyfully with a stranger who treated her with warmth, not status. Tears burned his eyes. The next morning, Adam visited Ethan's home personally. "Thank you," he said, voice trembling. "You reminded me what love sounds like, without words." Martha stood behind him, smiling proudly as Adam signed, "I love you, Mom." Ethan nodded. "Sometimes," he said softly, "the loudest language is kindness." And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more heart-touching stories.